sort of become a thing now where people they just want to start clip farming in their normal day-to-day life. And if you don't know what clip farming is, it's just like for streamers, they'll just say stuff and do stuff just to, get clips and post it and go viral. And I noticed people just bring it to like everyday life. And for me, it's not something that I find funny. Like, it's just gonna sound like I'm bitter or something, I don't know. But it's just like, I look at people now, they start like putting down other people just to make themselves look better, and they just do the dumbest shit just so they can just, like get laughs and be center of attention. Loud people for me, really, I don't really connect with. Um, like, of course, that I don't mind everyone, but if they're not just like normal, just like not like outgoing people, I don't mind outgoing people, but just obnoxiously loud people, yeah, it's not my vibe at all. And for me, this is gonna sound biased, of course, because for those that don't know me, I'm a super just chilled, laid back guy. I don't want to be center of attention at all, ever. I just mind my own business, and I think that's the best way to be, because from experience, sorry, I find people just gravitate towards me anyway because they just see as like, yeah, like this guy is, he's chill, just minding his own business. I like that. Like, just everyone likes somebody that's just happy to just sit, not always being the center of attention, but they're still interesting, but they're not really competing for the, limelight or whatever. And from that position is where you learn the most, and the most peace comes from that as well. And you learn the most is because you're always just listening. You're listening to people talk, and you can, I don't want to say analyze people because it sounds a bit weird, but you can decide before everyone else whether you like a group of people or not. And again, if we take it outside of social settings, quiet people are more inclined just to listen to whoever. Let's say, for example, school or work, apprenticeships, colleges, all that sort of stuff. In school, I'd say it's more immaturity, but you always have the people that are constantly talking, distracting the class, or whatever. They tend to be the dumb fucks. There's not lie. They tend to be the dumbest people because they're not listening. They'll blame it on, oh, I'm not academic or whatever. But yeah, when you're running your mouth 24/7, not listening, of course you're gonna struggle. But the people that are, sort of like laid back in there, they want to listen, they're keen to learn, they're always the ones that progress the fastest. And that is a fact. And I find from my own experience at work, I'm like, I don't have an ego, so it's like I want to listen, and I want to do a good job. And I'm quiet, so it's like I'm always watching, I'm always learning. And a lot of people, they, of course, you got to ask questions, of course, like you got to do the basic things of being a human. Yeah, like you've got to, of course, listen, but no, ask questions, sorry, but you don't have to be loud, answering questions non-stop, because I think there's always also a negative towards that. One is just it does get a bit tiring, and two, you don't let anyone talk because it's like question after question after question. It's like you'll find 9 times out of 10, if you just listen, they're gonna cover your point, or there's an opening for you to ask that question when it's appropriate. But yeah, I think being loud, it brings more chaos in what is worth. I do believe that, and I'm not saying don't be outgoing and don't be, like entertaining, but there definitely is a cap to it. I don't, like some people, they just are naturally loud, but I think there's a difference between being loud and just being obnoxious. I definitely do believe that, and the loud people, they tend to be the biggest attention seekers, and attention isn't always good. Um, unless you're, a creator or whatever, and even then, sometimes some people getting cancelled, and that's not good at all. But yeah, like, don't be afraid to just sit back and listen and be quiet and analyze everyone, because people aren't going to think you're boring or whatever. Like, quiet people and chill back people, they do have a personality. Is just, they show it to people that they actually care about, rather than to the masses and trying a bit too hard to be popular.